Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's show. This is Lucky Bottoms coming to you live. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got an absolute fantastic show for you tonight. You're not going to believe who we have. I can't even tell you his name. This guy is so secret, but ladies and gentlemen, he comes all the way to us from Dallas, Texas. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you what this guy does. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucky Bottoms is on the case. This gentleman drives and flies from sea to shining sea, from one side of the United States to the other, to keep you safe, and I bet you didn't even know you was in danger. Yes, we're going to discuss tonight the hidden dangers in hotel rooms. Stay tuned after this commercial break. Come on back now.
Have you had a stressful, long day at work? Try Unisom and get a good night's sleep. If you look like this during the day, then you need to take Unisom. It will make you fall asleep fast and keep you asleep for 8 hours, and you will wake up vibrant and healthy the next day, ready to go to work. Yeah, ready to go to work. Ready to go to work.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lucky Bottoms here. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we've got the guy here from Dallas, Texas, that flew all the way in today. And he's going to discuss the hidden dangers in hotel rooms and what he does to keep you safe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it right over to him and let him explain to you what he does to keep you and your family safe when you're traveling the United States from sea to shining sea on vacation. What's up? Lucky, thank you for having me on your show. They call me R. I'm from Dallas, Texas. How y'all doing? We're going to talk a little bit tonight about Cal 117-213, Proposition 65. Not to be confused with the Prohibition of 1912, where they dumped barrels and barrels of the stuff in the ocean. Makes no sense to me. Poor fish had a party that night, I'm sure. I'm not a friendly person, but what I do does keep you and your family safe as you travel the United States. Cal 117-2013 is simply this. It's a law tag that goes on the bottom of every piece of furniture that's in your hotel room. It keeps you and your family safe from harmful chemicals, crazy things that happen in the world, and it's my job to make sure they are correct. So, as I travel from sea to shining sea and I sit on a seat cushion, I want to make sure that the foam, the fabric, the wood that's used, everything is correctly manufactured to keep you and your family safe while you're on vacation. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Just imagine a bird gets trapped into a hurricane down in Central America. Big hurricane. And that bird is just flying inside of that hurricane in the eye of the storm, like this, to keep safe. And that hurricane just happens to hit the United States and happens to break up when it gets over North Carolina, and the little bird is hungry, so it flies down to an empty field beside a building that just happens to be a phone company that makes cushions. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's not up to me to determine what the owners of that cushion company may or may not do. They may go out there and defeather the bird, okay, and use the feathers inside of your throw pillows that's on the exact sofa that you're sleeping on inside of the hotel room. Well, my job is to make sure that you know that that bird came from Central America inside of a hurricane and landed in North Carolina, got defeathered, and got put in your cushion. And it must state that on the law label, ladies and gentlemen. It must state that the bird, you know, it had a name. Somebody named it. Could be Jesse, could be, who knows, could be Fly Boy Fly. People give birds crazy names. The name of the bird has to be on the law tag. The name of the hurricane that it got trapped in has to be on the law tag. How many feathers it had. How much did it eat before the people at the cushion company called it, has to be on the law tag. Now imagine that they carried the defeathered bird on down to KFC and turned it into a yummy bucket of a 20-piece golden chicken, finger licking good, you know what I'm saying. That has to be on the law tag, and it's my job to make sure that that happens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it goes even further than that. If you've got 100 employees, you have to stick 100 law tags on your furniture. If someone in your company happens to touch that piece of furniture, a law tag needs to be on that piece of furniture, letting someone know where that person was born, their name, their address, their phone number, social security number, their date of birth, their height, the color of their eyes, where they're from. All of that has to be listed on the law tag. So if 10 people touches the furniture, 10 law tags goes on the piece of furniture. Now, let's talk a little bit about Proposition 65, not to be confused with the Prohibition of 1912. Proposition 65 simply is this: it's the chemicals that are inside of the furniture, inside of the foam, inside of the fabric. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my job to make sure that you're kept safe. When you go traveling from sea to shining sea, left, right, north, south, east to west, it don't matter. So, just imagine this: a butterfly lands on a piece of cotton and uses the restroom. That piece of cotton ends up in the fabric that goes onto the sofa that you're sitting on in the hotel room. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that the waste from a butterfly contains 617 harmful chemicals? 13 of them are very dangerous to humans. I bet you did not know that. It's my job to know that. It's my job to keep you safe. I will tell you this: that piece of furniture better have a law tag telling me the butterfly landed on that piece of cotton. And it should state the day that it landed on the cotton, the day that it used the restroom on the cotton, how many little stripes was on the butterfly wings. That should be on the law label. It's 30 minutes. I can't do this but about 30 minutes, Lucky, so we're going to have to rush this up. I mean, what else do you need to know? I mean, is there more that I need to tell you? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you go into a hotel room and you get on a sofa and 3 days later you come home with some fungus on your left big toe that you don't know what it came from, it probably came from a sofa that did not have a law label on it. And you could actually sue the hotel for that. Now, it's my job to make sure the correct law label's on there. We've got one company, ladies and gentlemen, that every piece of furniture that goes out their building has to have 132 law tags on that piece of furniture. Even on a small ottoman. You ought to see what that looks like. But it has to have it on there to protect the consumer and to protect the company, to make sure that I'm doing my job to keep you safe. Now, that's about all I can take. I'm going to get off of this phone. I'm getting ready to go down here to the Holiday Inn Express, and they better have their law tags. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. R from Dallas, Texas, for keeping us safe. Ladies and gentlemen, did you realize that it was so important to have law labels on furniture? I never knew that. R, thank you, sir, for keeping us safe. Ladies and gentlemen, please tune in next week as Lucky Bottoms has a very special guest in that night. You will not want to miss the show. Thank you. Have a great evening.